The Belgian Malinois stands in a field of gold grass, posture perfect, eyes locked on a horizon we can't see. Every muscle hums with purpose, every breath feels rehearsed. He is beautiful the way fire is beautiful, captivating, but meant to be controlled. Most people fall in love before realizing what that really means. Bred for war, policing, and protection, the Malinois was never designed for stillness. His ancestors chased down fugitives and guarded borders while others slept. That lineage doesn't fade just because he now sleeps on a suburban couch. Inside, the mission never stops. From the moment a Malinois wakes, he's scanning, judging, planning. He doesn't wait for instruction, he anticipates it. That anticipation can be thrilling or exhausting, depending on who owns him. Many families mistake intelligence for obedience, and that's the first misunderstanding. Energy defines him more than size ever could. A Malinois can sprint for hours, leap higher than his own height, and work until he collapses. Without an outlet, that power redirects into furniture, walls, or conflict. It's not aggression, it's overflow. Trainers often say owning a Malinois is like driving a race car on city streets. It's not that he can't slow down, it's that he doesn't understand why he should. The same drive that wins medals on a field becomes destruction in a living room. Power without purpose turns to pressure. In 2025, social media has turned this dog into legend. Viral clips show soldiers, athletes, and influencers posing beside perfect Malinois specimens. But what the camera never shows is the aftermath, the sleepless nights, the endless training, the constant vigilance. A dog built for battle cannot be raised like a pet. Their intelligence borders on unnerving. They read tone, posture, and hesitation better than most people. A Malinois will test leadership daily, not out of rebellion but clarity-seeking. Who's in charge is not a question, it's a lifestyle. Left untrained, that question becomes chaos. A Malinois without rules invents his own, and those rules rarely favor peace. He'll herd your children, guard your couch, and chase shadows because work defines worth. To him, rest feels like failure. Even experienced owners describe the adjustment as humbling. You learn timing, patience, and presence, or you lose control. The Malinois doesn't tolerate half measures. He demands conviction. Living with one means living aware. At obedience trials, you can see their brilliance unfold like choreography. Every command lands before the echo fades. Every turn looks premeditated. But behind that perfection lies thousands of repetitions and years of correction. Beauty in motion is built on boundaries. Their loyalty runs deep, but it's selective. A Malinois bonds with one person and tolerates the rest. For outsiders, his silence can feel like suspicion. For his human, it's devotion sharpened to an edge. That exclusivity creates both safety and strain. Partners who share homes with these dogs often feel like guests. Every affection is filtered through hierarchy. The Malinois protects what he loves, but sometimes from the wrong things. This breed thrives on work that matters. Tracking, detection, protection. Each taps into instinct, not obedience. Take that away and you strip him of identity. Most dogs want comfort. The Malinois wants consequence. He's not cruel, just uncompromising. When frustrated, he doesn't bark. He calculates. You can almost see the equations in his eyes, the search for logic in human inconsistency. To train him is to negotiate with instinct. Puppyhood offers no grace period. Even at 8 weeks, their awareness is startling. They observe rooms like detectives and test limits like scientists. Cuteness fades faster than you expect, replaced by questions you're not ready to answer. First-time owners often confuse high drive with hyperactivity. But drive is focus with purpose, not energy without aim. The Malinois doesn't play fetch, he completes a mission. Each game is training, each mistake a note. Exercise helps but never completes the equation. You can run him for miles and still return to restlessness. What he craves is challenge, scent puzzles, protection drills, decision-making. Physical fatigue without mental work is just silence before another storm. Trainers call them thinking athletes. They require consistency, clarity, and calm under stress. Raise your voice, and they mirror the chaos. Stay composed, and they follow precision. With Malinois, emotion is command. Households with children or passive routines rarely succeed. The dog senses hesitation and fills leadership gaps instinctively, not out of dominance, but necessity. In his world, order prevents danger, even if he must create it himself. That instinct is what makes him brilliant in service roles. Police and military handlers describe partnership more than ownership. Commands become conversations. Trust replaces correction. Together, they perform with precision civilians rarely witness. But remove that structure and the same dog becomes volatile. He'll guard toys like contraband, patrol hallways like borders, and react before reason intervenes. It's not misbehavior, it's misplacement. A soldier without a battlefield looks for war at home. The Malinois doesn't relax, he recalibrates. Even in sleep, ears twitch, nose flares, muscles ripple. He dreams of tasks unfinished, of loyalty unspent. Stillness makes him uneasy because motion built him. For those who can match his tempo, the rewards are immense. A trained Malinois obeys like thought itself, instantaneous, silent, certain. The bond feels telepathic, the respect mutual, but that relationship is earned, not inherited. Prospective owners often fall for fantasy. They see cinematic obedience and imagine shortcut devotion. In truth, each calm Malinois hides years of correction and thousands of controlled impulses. The miracle isn't talent, it's trust. Rescue centers fill with surrendered Malinois every year. Most arrive young, healthy, and misunderstood. Families love them but underestimated their needs. Good intentions crumble against relentless energy. And yet, to those prepared, the breed is unmatched. No other dog embodies purpose with such purity. Every command executed is both art and proof of connection. To see one work is to witness design meeting destiny. Handlers who live with Malinois often describe the first year as survival training. Every day teaches humility, patience, and timing under pressure. Mistakes echo quickly because this dog notices everything. Discipline doesn't break him. It builds the bridge he'll finally trust. True leadership with a Malinois starts long before commands. It begins with posture, calm, and intent. The dog measures tone more than words, certainty more than volume. To lead him, you must first believe yourself. Consistency is his compass. Praise, correction, rest. Each must arrive on schedule and with meaning. The breed thrives where structure feels sacred. Anything less invites rebellion disguised as enthusiasm. Without daily structure, the Malinois rewrites the household. He becomes his own authority, his own protector, his own judge. What feels like defiance is actually initiative unchecked. In his mind, inactivity equals danger. Professional handlers train through respect, not fear. They reward clarity, not chaos. Commands are delivered like promises, firm, specific, unbroken. That rhythm becomes language, and language becomes peace. Malinois owners quickly learn that fatigue is strategy. You don't simply walk this dog, you guide him through purpose. Nose work, agility, tracking, all turn energy into fulfillment. A tired Malinois is a philosopher, an idle one is a storm. But even professionals admit burnout is real. Training requires stamina that doesn't fade when you're tired or distracted. The dog doesn't understand tomorrow. To him, every moment unused is opportunity wasted. In urban homes, this becomes the greatest conflict. A breed built for fields and missions struggles in confined repetition. The city dulls his senses, and boredom sharpens his frustration. You can feel his purpose pressing against walls. Some owners attempt shortcuts, gadgets, quick obedience, long runs. But the Malinois needs conversation, not containment. Without intellectual dialogue, he spirals into self-created missions. By the time correction arrives, the pattern's already carved. Socialization, too, demands nuance. Early exposure to people, animals, and sounds teaches adaptability. Skipping this step turns vigilance into suspicion. The difference between guardian and liability lies in months, not years. The breed's protective instinct can't be switched off, only guided. He reads the world through loyalty and threat. Visitors are evaluated, not welcomed. Trust must be earned one encounter at a time. Even affection carries weight. The Malinois doesn't simply cuddle, he calibrates. Every touch, every sigh, every pause becomes data for his next decision. To love him is to live under observation. Handlers often describe moments of awe amid exhaustion. A single flawless recall after weeks of work, a silent heel through distraction, a gaze that feels like dialogue. These moments redefine what partnership means. For many, that's why they stay committed despite the hardship. There's humility in realizing the dog may always outthink you. His instincts are older, purer, less corruptible. Where humans waver, he remains certain. The challenge isn't taming him, it's matching him. When trained well, the Malinois becomes the definition of purpose. His presence commands respect without noise. Strangers sense control, not threat. Power and peace coexist behind steady eyes. But that perfection tempts imitation. People see balance and forget the process that forged it. They want the reward without the repetition. The dog pays the price for human impatience. Rescue volunteers tell the same story every year. Owners surrender dogs that were never broken, just misplaced. Each one carries potential waiting for discipline to unlock it. Too often, that chance arrives too late. Still, redemption happens. Rehomed. Malinois find trainers who understand drive instead of fearing it. Slowly, behavior transforms back into brilliance. The dog doesn't hold grudges. He simply resumes the mission once purpose returns. In experienced hands, the bond becomes almost spiritual. Communication drops to gestures, breath, and silence. The handler moves, the dog interprets. Together they achieve fluidity that defies explanation. For outsiders, it looks supernatural. For insiders, it's years of repetition disguised as instinct. That is the paradox of the Malinois. Complexity masquerading as simplicity. The result feels effortless because it was earned the hard way. Every Malinois story ends differently, but the message remains constant. Respect the design, or the design will overpower you. This is not a dog to fit into life, it's a life built around a dog. Commitment isn't an option, it's oxygen. Many breeds reward affection. The Malinois rewards discipline. He measures love through consistency, not comfort. When you earn his trust, you hold lightning by the handle. The glow never dims, but neither does the charge. At rest, he's still on duty. Ears flicking, mind awake. His peace depends on yours. If you lead with calm authority, he mirrors serenity. If you falter, he steps forward, ready to fill the gap. Handlers often say, he'll expose who you are. It's true. The Malinois reflects confidence, insecurity, and fear with perfect accuracy. To live with him is to face yourself daily. This truth repels some and transforms others. The breed attracts strength but also creates it. Owners evolve from enthusiasts into students of patience. Every failure becomes feedback. Every success feels shared. In the right home, the Malinois is poetry in motion. On a training field, he's precision given shape. At home, he's loyalty breathing quietly beside you. Each role performed with the same devotion. To watch him work is to witness instinct elevated by trust. Commands fade into intuition. Effort dissolves into grace. You forget you're watching obedience. You see unity instead. It's the highest form of companionship. And yet, the warning remains, this dog is not for everyone. He demands time, strength, and emotional stability. Those who seek a simple companion will find challenge instead. Those who endure will find purpose they never knew they needed. The Belgian Malinois is both teacher and test. He offers no shortcuts and accepts no excuses. What you give him, he returns amplified. In his world, loyalty and discipline are the same word. Owning one means stepping into lifelong accountability. You don't finish training, you evolve alongside him. Every day resets the contract between control and chaos, and every day he honors it faithfully. For those who meet his standard, the reward is indescribable. You earn a guardian that moves like thought and protects like instinct. His devotion becomes legacy. His presence, a constant reminder of earned respect. When the bond finally settles, it feels unbreakable. The handler no longer wonders if the dog understands. He knows. Eye contact replaces half the commands, trust replaces half the fear. It's not training anymore. It's dialogue between two living instincts. The Malinois doesn't simply obey, he anticipates with accuracy that borders on telepathy. Every micro-gesture becomes a message, every pause an opportunity. It's a partnership where silence speaks louder than praise. Few humans ever experience such alignment. With mastery comes perspective. You start to recognize how much of his brilliance depends on your stability. He reflects not perfection but presence. If you lose focus, he becomes the mirror of your distraction. Even rest carries discipline. Handlers teach off-switch like meditation, not command. The dog learns to relax on cue, surrendering tension by permission. It's a strange sight, power willingly choosing peace. This control doesn't diminish spirit, it refines it. A balanced Malinois is poetry made muscle. He radiates alert calm, the paradox every trainer chases. You realize then, dominance was never the goal, understanding was. Outdoors, his stride changes with wind direction and your mood. He reads landscapes the way artists read light. Every scent becomes information, every track a puzzle solved in motion. Watching him work is watching evolution in real time. Protection work demonstrates his duality. The bite looks violent, yet precision defines it. He releases on command faster than most dogs sit. The aggression you see is actually discipline perfected. In civilian life, that control is what keeps families safe. He doesn't attack shadows, he waits for certainty. Children learn boundaries simply by being observed. The house feels watched over, not ruled. Handlers speak often about emotional connection. They describe nights when the dog rests his head near them, not for warmth but communion. The heartbeat beside theirs feels synchronized. Trust, finally, is mutual. This bond doesn't come through affection alone. It's forged through shared pressure. Countless repetitions, setbacks, and victories build something deeper than loyalty. It's respect born from earned reliability. The Malinois gives what you prove, not what you promise. Age softens him but never dulls awareness. Even with gray muzzle and slower gait, his eyes stay investigative. Retirement doesn't mean disinterest. It means vigilance tempered with wisdom. He still checks doors before sleeping. Handlers often struggle when that chapter ends. The silence after a lifetime of routine feels heavier than expected. Without his footsteps, the house sounds incomplete. You realize you trained him to serve, but he trained you to lead. Many describe an emptiness only another working dog can fill, yet replacing him feels impossible, almost disloyal. Every Malinois leaves fingerprints on identity. You don't move on, you evolve forward. In Memorial, stories outnumber regrets. The moments that once felt exhausting now shine as lessons. You remember how structure created peace, how patience built power? The warning becomes gratitude. The breed's legacy isn't intimidation, it's inspiration. He forces humanity to rise to its own potential. Owning one reveals not who he is, but who you could be. That truth lingers long after paw prints fade. Modern breeders emphasize responsibility more than ever. They screen for stable temperaments, educate buyers relentlessly. Each puppy represents decades of refinement and risk. Ethical breeding preserves brilliance while protecting the breed from misuse. Across the world, trainers share the same message. Purpose is kindness. A Malinois without mission suffers. A Malinois with structure thrives. The equation is simple, but demands sacrifice. Those unwilling to work should admire from distance. Social media continues to glamorize them, but informed voices fight back with context. Viral fame sells image without education. Real owners counter with reality, showing sweat, bruises, and early mornings. Awareness grows slowly but surely. Meanwhile, in kennels and fields, the true work continues. Dogs train for rescue, security, and therapy with the same drive once used in combat. Their legacy adapts without losing essence. Purpose, again, defines peace. Families who succeed share common traits: routine, confidence, empathy. They treat discipline as affection, not punishment. They celebrate small progress more than showy tricks. In return, they earn silent devotion. At the heart of it, the Belgian Malinois is a paradox: ferocity wrapped in fidelity. He can be gentle enough for children, yet formidable enough for threats. Which version you meet depends entirely on your leadership. His behavior is the echo of your consistency. Handlers often end their stories with quiet reflection. They don't brag about control. They speak about partnership. Their memories end not in dominance, but gratitude. The dog taught them more than they ever taught him. Ultimately, warnings exist not to discourage, but to prepare. The breed doesn't need protection from people. It's people who need protection from their own impulsiveness. Respect the commitment, and you'll discover companionship few ever reach. Ignore it, and you'll misunderstand power itself. The Belgian Malinois stands again beneath an open sky, posture steady, eyes bright with purpose. Strength and serenity share the same space within him. He waits not for command but for meaning. And when it comes, he moves forward without hesitation, loyal, certain, complete.